Yeah, Casper is going to be able to get the better of it, but Saebyeolbe not really peeking out there to give him that target. Don't want to lose that Widow duel early, and now they have to jump away from the self-destruct. Misses his grapple. Cost him his life.
You can just feel the panic. Yeah, he's like, oh my god, I gotta get out of here. Just couldn't do it. And that is 2 big kills coming through. The forces the Valk. Arc with the double res already, but that's just to get them up to even numbers. And now the real pressure comes in from Neko. He's got tank mode. He does tremendous amounts of damage with this, and we'll see. Maybe he gets the last pick. Not gonna need it. Striker's there to yoink it out of his hands.
And Striker's been a terror on this to dive into that duo, and it's their home map, really.
Gamsu just got bopped there by Saebyeolbe, though. That headshot not turning away from it, and there we go. Saebyeolbe connects with Dream Casper. Kelix will be there for the res. Arc is just bringing Libero back up, and his res is left and right, but Saebyeolbe getting zapped. Somehow he survives. That is no good, because look at this. He just keeps farming shots.
Saebyeolbe's grapple hook is broken. That's the second time he missed an easy grapple out of there on it. Didn't have to pay for it that time, though, but that's something that you want to get looked at. Maybe just needs to sharpen it. For Dragonblade's gonna have to get through 2 babysitters, which is Saebyeolbe and Libero. They're gonna be in the backline trying to deal with it. No flashbang comes out. He takes care of Saebyeolbe.
There we go, doing the damage, getting into the backline. Striker's there to drop Libero as well, and so the pressure is on. Kelix, he's been taken out though, so there isn't that much healing here to keep the sustain going for Boston Uprising. They need to be flawless in their execution at this point. They need to get the kills and stay on the cart, waiting for Kelix to just hoof it back. Exactly, he's already swapped over to Lucio to try and ferry him back even quicker.
There's been some great stall though, mostly in the form of Mano, who's been on the point, and now the last remnants of a push from Boston will all be cleaned up. It does not appear they're going to get 3rd point in Junkertown somewhere.
Yeah, slow farm, nice hook there, but he gets caught, unfortunately, not able to take advantage, and well, that's a bit of a risky move to try and charge through. You're not invulnerable, Meko. You can heal yourself. You're a big soak, but it's not going to happen this time. They are keeping a great presence on the point, however, and Boston Uprising not really able to get out there and challenge. There's that halt hook combo that you were talking about, and we've already lost Kelix for Boston Uprising. That's a big deal.
Halt hook, goodbye, and it's the most important target too. They took the Mercy out of that fight. No chance for Kelix to earn his way up to a Valkyrie. An interesting Transcendence there, maybe trying to buy a little bit of time. No defense matrix. This Transcendence comes out aggressively just to try to push them back. They're throwing everything they have at this.
And Dream Casper, he doesn't get anything out of his Dragon Blade. Meko is there to find the pick, and you have Saebyeolbe in the background, just happy as a clam. I mean, look at this. Gets to go for the Deadeye to just zone them out as well. Another DMEC. This is just everything going well for New York Excelsior.
It's not even been close. They're right on the cusp of finishing this, and the dive defense's biggest vulnerability is how many resurrections have you even seen from the defensive Mercy? And you're running Mercy here, you want to bring people back to life, they're dying in places where it's impossible for Mercy to get to them. Pulse Bomb Blade.
Bought a lot of time, but Dream Casper gets completely obliterated by Libero. That shuts him down. There was a real opportunity there, but not meant to be.
Instant res on both DPS, and both DPS failed in their task early on. Striker and Casper brought back up and now redeeming themselves.
And it's Libero. We'll see if he can actually find one of the squishy targets. He goes for the DMEC instead, but not quite as much damage. Not quite enough going here onto Kalios. He is still alive, and that buys him the time to get the self-destruct off, clear that point out, and keep the pressure going.
Striker on his 2nd tour of duty is making it worthwhile. He takes down JjoNak. There goes Mano. Casper back to life now on a 76, has chimed in as well, and Uprising are crushing.
Wow, this is so much damage. This is the kind of hero play that we expect to see out of Striker. Player of his caliber, it's what we saw in the preseason. When his team needs him, he delivers, and right now he's just pumping damage into the Winston, getting as much ult charge as possible, but he may not even need it. They're getting picked off one after another. Onto the lower ground, put a little bit of pressure here, not let them get too comfortable, and they are fully committing to this fight, just hopping right into the mix.
How are you going to kill these tanks with Moira all over them like that? A healing orb and the spray from her. And look, they're both alive. Both the tanks are Uprising now out of the fight.
D-Max Kalios follows his friend to the grave as well. And now you've just got squishy targets that don't want to be here. Kelix, don't worry, you won't be here long. Mano takes care of that. And now it's just up to, well, exactly, Striker trying to do the best that he can, staying alive on that point. But it's just not going to be good enough. Of course, coming into this, he wasn't able to compete in the preseason. Now we're going to have the delay tactics coming in. Here, have a grenade, have a mine. And well, have a tire as well, why don't you? He's not gonna get he's not gonna get the elevation though to pick off Kelix, and that's so frustrating now. How do you deal with that Valkyrie Mercy?
Well, Kelix is gonna bring his Winston back to life. Libero simply chunking people down with the explosive prowess of the Trash Mouse and Junkrat right here.
There we go. You know what? You can't get a tire, you can't get a grenade. Just punch them to death. That works too. Libero knows what to do at this point, and they won't see how he decides to get that into the fight because now they're out of time. 2 seconds left, and they are no longer allowed to leave the point. Bango, you gotta be careful. That is gonna start ticking down faster and faster. The wick is burning. Dream Casper is slicing, and this is looking grim. Boston Uprising, they are looking like they have a fantastic defense here on Horizon.
They had every ult in there. There's no use to not use them there in the very last fight. And it was all Boston here on the defense. Only 30. NYXL does still have a chance to win this map. They need to prevent first point being taken and then prevent progress in second.
Hard hold for 5 minutes. Whoa, there's the headshot though. That burst damage between Libero and Saebyeolbe, that is brutal. And there we go, the follow-up. Saebyeolbe's just going ham right now. See if that mistake is going to happen because Kellex has gone ahead, pulled the wings out. We still have Transcendence. JjoNak has decided to use his, however, but Kallios with the monster self-destruct. He got the bongos, but that's big. That's a lot of damage getting wiped out.
That should be it, barring some enormous hero play from NYXL, which does not seem to be on the way.
They're just past 33%. On the point here. Boston Uprising, they don't have to get a whole lot, and so New York Excelsior, they can't let stuff like this happen. They have to contest that.
You don't want to give any progress for free, but most importantly, you don't want them to set that bar at 33. They need to get to 40, but they won't reset beyond 33. Already kills, here comes a blade.
Oh yeah, and Dream Casper, he has been pretty good about picking up at least one frag with them. Looking for the Diva, and sure enough, he'll find her. This is gonna be it. We've got a match on our hands, Hex. Boston Uprising are gonna tie it up 1-1.
Safe to say I'm surprised. The Boston Uprising have played very well.
With the Farah trying to get into the back line to blow a couple people up, and he didn't waste any time at all. He's already used it, and he does manage to find JjoNak, so there's a strong start here for Boston.
JjoNak brought back to life, though, as Arc has used his Valkyrie. Kellex still 10% away from his own Valkyrie. They give up that point for free, though, and that's something you don't necessarily want to do because it can be difficult to bring back. However, with this full team wipe, they should be regaining percentage control.
This is ridiculous now. I mean, between Saebyeolbe and Pine, when the pro players are saying, oh, it's the tank and support meta.
They have time to back out.
Yeah, it's starting to get a bit grim here. 95%, and Pine continues to reign in death and destruction, just doing so much damage to Gamsu that he's forced to give ground. And well, they're very close here, Boston Uprising, to pick up the point. They've only got 24%. They need to do everything they can, but Pine continues to reign supreme. Another Deadeye from him so quickly. Doesn't find the frag, though.
Flashed and fanned, though, was that Winston. Now they're going to have to back up, and boom! Pine wins the duo at the OK Corral in that room.
What is this?
This is bonkers.
3 kills. Let's get a 4th. Why not? Gamsu's just going to sacrifice himself, and he finally takes down the...
Casper has gone on to the Farah again, and we're going to see how long he wants to live this life, because he's going to have to try to deal with Pine. You can do it. Well, not that time he can't, as he gets disconnected from his Mercy. Finds himself in Pine's crosshairs right there. And they continue to get... He's so aggro on this McCree. He rolls in, somersaults in. That's another 3-kill life for Pine.
Okay, so in the span of 25 seconds, he gets the Deadeye! Back to the point, trying to draw somebody out of position here. We'll see if it actually works, though, because, I mean, New York Excel, they don't really seem too concerned.
They will not be baited. However, that's a nice opening kill from Casper to take down JjoNak there. He got around on the flank. Speaking of flanks, Pine is trying to catch them on the way back out. Kellex out of this fight, unfortunately, and he had Valkyrie ready.
I mean, let's see. There we go. Finds Gamsu in the back. We're just following it. They're just... They don't want to have anything to do with this, man! Note! There is no sweet way to go here. Are they going to be able to get anything done, or is it just going to be a complete and utter shutdown? They are not even able to get in there to tap the point to delay things further, Boston. They got completely rolled.
Pine put them in a box right there.
Push comes through, and Kellex, well, there it is. I mean, they decided to just farm up the Valk, get the wings out, and have the res for the push, because Striker, he's already used one of them.
Yeah, they better make this work now because they get a beautiful reflex. High noon back in your face. That's midnight into Saebyeolbe.
Oh, that's so sick. That was the big play. Dream Casper couldn't have done it better. He gets clipped at the end as reward for his good work, but still, the damage is done. They are still contesting here, New York Excelsior, trying to hang in there, but it's got to end soon, and eventually it does.
Not right now, but it does open up the flank from Dream Casper. I wonder if this tire finds him. It does. Heat-seeking tire.
There we go. Kellex, you see him just slowly drifting over there, though, and he will get the res off. So Dream Casper back into the fight. But this is the Valk used very early, and guess what? Arc is still holding on to his, and so it's a question of when Arc decides to deploy the wings.
Yeah, a lot of patience right there. It might be right now as Libero falls in this fight. They do bring him right back to life, as they do Janice. Both of those resurrection charges now used up. Deaths will be permanent from this point on.
Yeah, Libero manages to take out Dream Casper again, and Libero doing big work, getting the DMAC as well, and the follow-up on Note. Note not able to do anything here, and the cleanup, it's vicious.
Yeah, he does actually draw them all the way back, but Deadeye's going to be there. Casper's going to try to knock this down, and he does. Gives his life for it, though.
Again, and exactly, Arc is there, but Calyx, the trade on the reses, and we have both DPS back in the fight almost immediately. Gamsu locked in place, nowhere to go. He gets caught by Libero. And well, so far, now there it is, that's the big play! Saebyeolbe with the flash! Dream Casper shut him down once with the reflect, and now he gets a taste of his own medicine. Try and push forward. Wow, they're cutting it pretty close here, playing with the wick as well.
Now they just got to get a touch in, and now they've already lost 2. Nako now gets brought back. That means Striker's permanently dead, as is Casper. And barring a miracle self-destruct from Notes, it's going to be tough.
Yeah, this is pretty much where it all ends, although we do have the Primal Rage getting used by Gamsu, trying to buy a little bit more time. I like the self-destruct as well. They are finding kills. You can't get too sloppy, Excelsior. If you start giving up these frags, Boston can still have the Outlast sustain to stay alive on this point if they're dealing with your squishies alone. And sure enough, nobody here. Finally, the Transcendence comes through just to buy a little bit more time, just to contest it.
Transcendence and Valkyrie both popped here to make sure that everyone stays alive and healthy, even through death. Another Deadeye trying to zone them off, and that cart is got to be burning down quick.
Gets the frag on Striker. The wick is going to keep getting slower and slower. Saebyeolbe, another big frag for him. Both Striker and Calyx fall to the guns, and he's getting healed up as well. This might be the moment, because that wick is not going to last long if somebody isn't here to tap it.
When they're that far back, you almost don't have an answer. You just sit there and take it, and at a certain point, you have to try to come in and fight against it. Calyx gets discorded and deleted. Oh, you need a couple kills. Striker trying to bring this back.
He had just valved as well. That was a big kill. Oh, the snipe! JjoNak dropping Neko at a distance, and now, I mean, well, you have both supports that are pretty much dead. Calyx is hoofing it, trying to get back here quick, trying to keep his team alive. Libero is obliterating them with the rockets. And JjoNak, here we go. Now we're starting to get a bit of the master class.
This map.
So we've had the swap off of Farah. Libero now on the soldier, so a little bit more range damage. Janice has found his target, and he completely shuts Calyx down. This is big. They don't have that much room to work with here, Boston. They have to stay alive, and Neko getting tased.
It's not just if your Mercy dies, it's the order in which she dies. She cannot be the first target to go down. That is all the healing, all the resurrection available. Gone. And the New York XL will walk it home on Numbani.
3-1. Final score for New York Excelsior. It seems like that has been a trend today. They did not disappoint. I mean, nobody could be disappointed with Pine's performance, but I think that everybody else, you know, they really did show that New York, they are a team.